Hey guys, this is HD. Welcome back, and guess what? I'm joined alongside here by my co-caster, Pain User.
What's up, guys?
Yeah, how's it going, man? And we are now back on board to bring you guys some of the qualifier games from the first qualifying round of IPL4, and we're very excited to be able to bring you guys this. And in fact, this is from the round of 64, and we're bringing you guys a set between oGs.TheStC and Slayer's Alicia.
Awesome. I'm super excited about this. We're just going to be highlighting some of the best matches from the qualifier between players of note, mostly Korean players. And this is going to be on Atlantis Spaceship here, going to be a TVP, and that's one of our new maps that made it through the Map Makers tournament at IPL. And it's kind of interesting for the players because it really makes it difficult to prepare for a tournament that has two unique maps in the map pool that you've never played before or you may not have played before. So I'd imagine the Korean players definitely played the maps before. They've probably played
a couple of practice
games
matches.
Or a couple of practice matches. Yeah, absolutely. So I'm really curious to see what kind of strategies people are going to bust out on these new maps, because we have seen some pretty crazy games on the new maps in the pool.
Yeah, we really enjoyed this map, Atlantis Spaceship, and Sandshore and Mist. Those were the two maps that really stood out to us at IPL, and it's cool to be able to implement this into the map pool for IPL4. And like you said, we will probably see some very creative builds here because it's just unfamiliar territory for both of these players. Now, I want to talk a little bit about their win rate statistics. We actually have Slayer's Alicia clocking in a 50% win rate lifetime in the international scene against Terran. So that's that's like a coin flip. And the STC actually has a 79% win rate against Protoss. So that's a pretty staggering win rate, wouldn't you say?
That's really, really good.
Yeah.
Super, super solid. Now, he's actually going CC first here, and it has been scouted. So Alicia knows exactly what's coming now. He can prepare accordingly. But really, is there anything he can do about it? I mean, this map is so big that I feel like CC first is actually a very viable opening on this map.
Yeah, you make a good point. It's a map that's so vast from expansion to expansion that the amount of time it takes to get over there, it really deters any type of attack. So a lot of Terran players can go for that quick command center. I think maybe Alicia's best bet here is probably just to go for a quick Nexus himself and approach this with a macro mindset. It's a big map. You can grab a third fairly easily as well. And I think we'll probably be in store for a long game.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. He only really has two options. He's either got to drop a Nexus himself and try and catch up a little bit, or he might go for some sort of heavy gateway early pressure here. But it looks like he's going to go ahead and drop a Nexus. There we go. That's going to go down considerably after that command center. Command center's done. Both command centers morphing to orbitals at this point. The main's going to finish up there, and he's adding a third barracks already. 2 barracks completed immediately after he dropped the command center, so his marine production is going to be pretty good here, and Alicia only working off of that one gate. His production's just not going to be where he needs it to be to hold off some sort of an early push.
Yeah, his production is definitely a little bit lesser than the STC's here, but we can see that he opted to get the second gas, and he is mining off of both with 6 harvesters total. So he might take to the tech pretty quickly here, but the SCV has been allowed inside, and he has no way to stop any SCV from running in here and getting a full scout. So the STC now's got a good bead on the gas intake, and from there he can kind of decipher where the Protoss is going to go, and he can tailor his build accordingly.
Yeah, that was a great scout on his part. Was able to circumvent that Stalker outside of his main, got a full scout on the Protoss, and he's actually going to get his SCV out of there and save it for another day, so he could potentially go in and scout in the future once again. The STC does have quite a few Marines out now, and with those 2 command centers up so early, his SCV production has just been insane. He has so many SCVs right now.
Yeah, 27 SCVs, and you guys might be saying, well, that's less than the Protoss right now, but you got to remember Protoss has Chrono Boost, so it definitely kind of evens out the playing field in that regard.
Absolutely, especially when you only need to spend your Chrono Boosts on probes in the early game. Protoss can really skyrocket, as can Zerg.
Yeah.
But
do like
we've got the trusty mule And that allows us to make up for that discrepancy.
Yeah, absolutely. Right now there's 2 meals on the field, and the meal income rate is just astronomical compared to the SCV. It's like Big Brother watching over. And yeah, the SEC is going to have a lot of income here. We can see that it is actually ahead of the Protoss right now. And he's still working off of 3 barracks. He hasn't actually gone into factory yet. He's adding... There's a factory in the background. So he is going to go into factory, and we're probably going to see that quick starport for the medevacs.
Yeah, I love that play from him. He also is getting a relatively early stim and +1. Ooh,
wow, that's 7 gates. That is quite a few gates. In the words of Boxster, that is many gates.
That is a many gates, yes. That's going to be very difficult for him to hold off. He only has this singular bunker, and oh no, he just dropped a 3rd command center. So he really has no idea that this is coming. He hasn't been able to scout this, and he's going to be in a world of hurt here in just a few minutes. And really, I mean, if he doesn't catch wind of this before it comes, first offensive pylon is already in position, warping in units. He has a 2nd offensive pylon even closer to the natural.
Yeah.
And here come all of his units. He's sending out all the Marines.
I think he saw the sentries with that SCV, though, so he should be able to pull the Marines back. Yeah, he will. But Stimpack isn't going to be done for another 40 seconds, and that may actually be what Alicia needs to win this battle. Without Stimpack, the Marines are much, much weaker. They are now hopping inside the bunker. There is a 2nd, 3rd, and 4th bunker coming up right now. The SCVs are surrounding that bunker, ready to defend against the Protoss attack. But look at this army, it's so huge. Alicia's going all in with 7 gates, and he's just going to go right for the bunker right away, but the SCVs are all around, ready to repair. The force field's going down, trying to block the repairs and trying to block the Marines as well, but that bunker in the front goes down. 2nd and 3rd and 4th bunker come up. Marines hopping inside those bunkers as well. Very close battle. It looks like the SCC is going to make a hold.
Well, he's going to hold for now. The question is, can he hold off the next wave? And I really just don't think he can. He doesn't have the production to hold this off. And he's losing so many SCVs down at the natural right now. One more round of force fields. If he can isolate that bunker on the top, and it looks like that's exactly what he's going to try and do here. That bunker will go down. The far side bunker on the bottom, not really getting into the action, just now starting to take out some sentries. And I think that Alicia is going to be able to run over the STC.
Yeah, just over time, continually pounding his way through, and eventually you're going to break that back, and it looks like the spine is broken now for the STC. He's probably going to lose that last bunker as it goes down to concentrated Protoss fire, and that 3rd command center, that quick 3rd, may have been his undoing. You know, it's just really, really risky, and if he had more production, more bunkers, and maybe better scouting, he might have been able to hold off this 7-gate all-in.
Yeah, absolutely. And not only that, I mean, look at the position that 3rd command center was in. It was blocking some of the prime concave position for the attack. He wasn't able to have units there. He wasn't able to put a bunker there. So I agree with you. I think that really, really ended up hurting him.
Yeah, now the Protoss is just moments away from taking a victory in this first game here in this series of IPL4's online qualifier #1. And we're just waiting now for the SEC to call that GG. It's not looking like he's going to win this out. He's still trying to hold it off by laying the command center down, trying to block it and impede the Protoss pathway. But there's the GG. And Painizer, I think we're going to go to a game 2 here.
Yep, there you have it. Looks like STC will take game 1. A little bit of a all-in there
Alicia
from Alicia.
Game 1.
Or yeah, Alicia will take game 1. A little bit of an all-in there from Alicia. But, you know, hey, you're in the qualifier for a major tournament. You got to get wins, and 7-gate seems to work.
And it's an unfamiliar map, so I feel like maybe going for those kind of cheesy plays actually is better, so you don't have to, you know, play a long-term game on a terrain you're not familiar with.
Yeah, that could have definitely been something that was going through his mind there.
All right, well, we're going to go on to game 2. Hope you guys enjoyed, and this is HD and Painizer signing out to the next series.